we're going to talk about the end of the world. Imagine standing outside watching the world as you know it come to an end, witnessing firsthand the destruction of everything around you. And then when everything is finished, facing the judgment of Allah Almighty, being held accountable for every single action you have ever taken in your entire life. What would you wish? For that moment to last forever, or for it to pass quickly? So, today, Inshallah, we will contemplate the story of how this universe we live in will end. We'll start from the beginning of the end to the last breath being taken in this world and everything that happens in between. Before we begin, keep in mind that this story is not told to scare you, but to remind you of two things. Number one, that this world is temporary and any hardship you go through will end. And number two, it's a reminder that Allah Almighty knows best, and we need to learn to trust in Allah's plan. Now let's start by asking a very simple question. How will this world end? Well, let me answer this question by another question. Do you remember how Allah Almighty created this world? In 6 days? Well, it seems that the end of this world will be quite different because it will stretch across many years. Because Allah Almighty says this life is short and the hereafter is long. However, the end is long because what comes after this life is a day that never ends. The last day. So, how will this world end? There are minor signs and major signs. Over 90 minor signs have already occurred, and only a few remain. The major signs are 10 events that happen one after another. So let's discuss these major signs one by one. And the first of them is the appearance of the Dajjal, the false Messiah, the Antichrist. He will emerge from Isfahan in Iran, a place full of evil, where a group from the Jewish community and Jews await his arrival. As the Prophet Muhammad said, he will be followed by 70,000 Jews wearing shawls. Despite apparent enmity between some groups, they are united in disbelief. The Dajjal will stay on earth for 40 days. One day will feel like a year, one like a month, one like a week, and the rest like normal days. Some people may wonder how a day could feel like a year, but there are places on earth where the sun doesn't set for months, so this is not strange for Allah. The Dajjal will spread corruption, entering every village and town, performing deceptive miracles. Every prophet warned his people about him. We, too, seek refuge from him in every prayer. He will travel across the world, but he won't be able to enter Mecca or Medina. While he spreads corruption, the second major sign will occur. The descent of Prophet Jesus, who was raised to the heavens and will return near the white minaret in Damascus. His first mission will be to kill the Dajjal. The Dajjal will see Jesus and begin to melt like salt in water. Jesus will kill him at Bab-ol-Loth, Lode Gate in Palestine, the land now occupied by the Jews. After that, Jesus will gather with believers. Suddenly, the third sign emerges. Gog and Magog, a barbaric, destructive people who have been trapped behind a barrier built by Dajjal. When the time comes, this barrier will collapse, and billions of them will spread across the earth like waves, destroying everything in their path. Their evil will be so great that Allah will command Jesus, "O Isa, no one can fight them. Flee to Mount Tur with the believers." They will flee, and in response to Jesus' supplication, Allah will send a type of worm, similar to a parasite, that will kill every one of them overnight. After their death, their bodies will rot and stink. Allah will then send birds with necks like camels to carry their corpses and dump them into the sea. Rain will fall and cleanse the earth. People will live in peace, and even the peel of a pomegranate will be enough to shelter 7 people. Jesus will remain on earth for 7 years, spreading monotheism, abolishing the cross, killing the swine, and guiding people back to Islam. Once Jesus passes away at age 40, Evil will slowly return to the world. People will revert to sin and disbelief. Then the next 3 signs will occur. A land swallowing in the east, one in the west, one in Arabia. Entire cities will vanish. These are major earthquakes, not the small ones we see now. After that, a great smoke will cover the skies. It will suffocate the disbelievers and mildly irritate the believers. Then comes a terrifying sign. The sun will rise from the west. When that happens, no repentance will be accepted, no prayer heard, and no deeds counted. This is the 8th sign. Then a beast will emerge. As mentioned in the Quran, it will speak to people and mark them as believers or disbelievers. Then the final sign, a massive fire that emerges from the east, driving people toward the land of Sham. It will chase people during the day and stop for them at night, traveling with them until all humanity is gathered. Then Allah will send a gentle wind that will take the soul of every believer, leaving only the worst of people. The Quran and all mention of Allah will be lifted from the earth. Once only, evil remains. The trumpet will be blown. The trumpet's blast will be so loud, it will cause everyone to die. It will begin as a faint sound, then grow louder. 2 people making a deal will die instantly. A man watering camels will die on the spot. Everyone who hears it will perish. The skies will collapse, stars will fall, the seas will ignite, and the mountains will crumble. Everything dies, humans, animals, angels, only Allah remains. Allah will ask the angel of death to mention who's left. But Allah is the all-knowing. He knows exactly who is left. He asks to emphasize the finality of this moment in existence. Who is left? The angel of death will say, Gabriel and Michael and Israfel and myself. Allah will say, take their souls, and then die, O angel of death. Then Allah will fold the heavens and the earth in his right hand, and will shake them and say, to whom belongs all sovereignty today? But there is no living being left. So Allah answers himself, to Allah, the One, the Almighty. That is the ever-living, the One who never dies. He existed before creation, and he will exist after its end. At this point, the whole universe as we know it is over. All of time, all of history, all of creation, all of it is destroyed and finished. This is where the story really begins. The first thing that happens after all this is that Allah gathers all the people. He separates the believers from the disbelievers, the good from the bad, those who were obedient and those who were rebellious, those who worshipped Allah and those who worshipped other gods. All of humanity is divided and separated. Next, Allah presents the Book of Deeds. Each person gets their Book of Deeds, which contains a record of every single deed that they did throughout their entire lives. And the believers are called to come forward and are given their books in their right hands. They are shown the good they did and the bad they did. If their good outweighs their bad, they are given a beautiful white dress, and they pass through the bridge. Those who did more good receive better rewards. Those who did less receive lesser rewards. But all the believers enter the paradise. Then the disbelievers, the sinners, the hypocrites, the oppressors, all of those who rejected Allah or worshipped something besides him, they are presented their books. They are shown their bad deeds and called to come forward and are given their books in their left hands. If their bad outweighs their good, they are wrapped in a coarse, rough cloth, cursed, and thrown into hellfire. Those who committed greater sins receive worse punishments, and those who committed lesser sins receive lighter punishments. All the disbelievers enter hellfire. Finally, Allah gathers all the prophets. They are given their books and shown their deeds. The greatest is given the highest reward. Finally, the best of humanity, the best of creation, the most beloved of Allah, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, is called forward. Allah gives him the book in his right hand and shows him the deeds of all humanity. Let us plant true faith in our hearts. Make Allah our top priority, the Prophet said. Whoever makes the hereafter his concern, Allah places richness in his heart, brings his affairs together, and the world will come to him humbled. But whoever makes the world his concern, Allah puts poverty before his eyes, and nothing of the world comes to him except what is written for him. If Allah loves you, He makes creation love you too. If He accepts you, He grants you ease and provision. Hold tight to your faith. Pray consistently, even when it's hard. Speak the truth, even when it's unpopular. Avoid sins, even when they tempt you. Stay connected to the Qur'an, and remember Allah daily. Because, in the end, it's not about how much you had, but how much you obeyed, trusted, and loved the one who never dies. This life is temporary, but your choices echo in eternity.